And we see the teams here getting loose before tip-off. The Kings are out of Sacramento as they take on their Western Conference rival in today's contest. Starting your week off right, 2K Sports teaming up with the NBA. It's great to have you here with us. This is Kevin Harlan calling the game alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Look at Portland, and they definitely have a favorable spot in the schedule with a lot of chances to pick up wins here at home.
You know, for the Trailblazers, they've been one of the surprises of the league this season. I mean, not too many people expected them to be in the position they're in right now.
Well, the potential was there from the beginning. I mean, there's plenty of talent on this roster.
Right.
But the
Thomas
fact
is
that
out there with Felton, and it's Wallace in at the 3.
Well, you want to talk about the definition of a half-court team. That's the Blazers. The slowest pace of any team in the league last season.
Old school, old-fashioned, one-hand power jam.
Just like you, Clark, tried and true.
That's all he needed to do, just taking care of business out there.
We'll now go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Paul Westphal. Doris?
Kevin, when I asked him what his team is looking
Kings
to
getting the
accomplish
Bucks.
on the offense.
Now, here's Felton. Thomas passes to Campbell. Working it around now. Aldridge backing in. Looking to end the run. Fired short, but gets the kind roll and goes
Nice
in.
touch on that
Boy, he
shot.
really used his height.
Evans working against Thomas. Pulls up on the elbow. And again, it's Sacramento converting to Felton. Lock at 6. Here. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Fires it up. And there's Gerald Wallace on the assist by Felton.
Time in that mid-range area.
Here's Felton. Crawford outside. Covered by Evans. Wallace with the screen on Evans. Crawford, no luck.
That's exactly where they wanted to go with the ball, even though he didn't finish.
Well, the Kings really struggled last year no matter where they played, but they did manage to win more games on the road than they did at home. That's kind of
And here is Felton. Outside Thomas. Evans picks him up. Hits the jumper in space. Thomas got 5
moving on to the NBA.
Aldridge, the pass to Wallace. Aldridge with a screen on Cousins. Wallace dishes to Thomas. Shoots over Garcia. Thomas, no good. Steve, you just mentioned that DeMarcus Cousins transitioning as a kid from football to basketball. A lot of times with big men, it's Clark, the game chooses them. Everyone says, hey.
But they've, I think, performed admirably, and they've probably done exactly what they hoped to do when the season started.
Wallace kicks to Felton. Here's Thomas, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And Aldridge, you know, some people said he was a borderline all-star last season. I thought he was a legitimate all-star last season with Brandon Roy dealing with knee surgery. I mean, Aldridge has really become the primary scorer now for the Blazers.
Kevin, how about he hit a career high in points while also having probably his most efficient season in terms of production per minutes played.
Yeah, good point.
I think he's their best player, and he also has grown in a leadership fashion.
Up inside here.
You can't ask much
8
more.
of the last 10 points they've given up inside, in the paint.
Yeah, and the paint should be sacred ground for a defense. I mean, you can't let anybody just trot in there and get an easy bucket.
Thomas dishes to Aldridge. Back to Thomas for the 3. Gets it to go. Thomas got his 3rd basket of the night right. Felton with the ball. There's Crawford with the 3. That's good, and so Felton has the assist there. Gordon up on top. Camby covering. Felton against Evans from 11 feet away. And that's good for 2.
Competition for
Evans
that
got 6. Now here's Felton. Evans picks him up. Thomas passes to Aldridge. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Their last game is a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And you started to get a sense watching that game that it was going to be their night, the way the three-pointers kept falling.
Yeah, I think it was amazing. I mean, to see those shots go down like that, it was almost like they were shooting layups the way they splashed those threes. So this guy has tremendous potential going forward.
Aldridge with a screen on Thornton. Felton kicks to Aldridge. Feeds to Thomas. From 7. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2. Can be up top. JJ started by Cousins. Clock at 4. With 1 on the clock.
Had a pretty solid opening quarter, but struggling now to find his range.
And he put too much on that one. Fires the 3. And that one's good. Garcia's got 5 points now in the quarter. Backing in. That's blocked. The Kings trailing. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando, and they'll take on the Magic. That will be their second of this 5-game road trip. That puts them in the lead. Thornton's got 9. Evans picks him up. Crawford outside. 4 on the clock. Aldridge guarded by Garcia. They need this one for the lead. He lays it in with a soft touch. 16 points for Aldridge.
I can imagine they're going to hear an earful about this next stop. I mean, that's 3 straight field goals given up right in the middle of the lane. Inexcusable.
Well, defense starts at the rim. I mean, you want teams shooting the ball from the outside, and that's not happening. They're just giving up everything inside.
Clark, they've really made the Rose Garden a tough place to play for visiting teams.
You know, going back before the Rose Garden was there playing in Portland when I was in the league in the early 80s, I mean, the fans really are special. They always support that team. And, you know, with the physical style that the Blazers play, you know you're in for a challenge coming into play.
Here's Evans. Here's Hickson in for the dunk. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
You know what? You're right. Neither side has been able to hang on to the lead for any kind of time at all.
Yeah, you're right, Clark. 7 lead changes already.
Aldridge backing in. Drops in the layup for 2. Aldridge has got 18
Denver, of course. So he's become an accomplished point guard in this league.
Outside Aldridge. 6 on the shot clock. Nice shot by Felton. Felton's got 10 points in the game in its shooting guard. Ball is out there with Oden. Then there's Batum, and it's Crawford at the point guard. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Wallace, good.
No question, they're trying to pound the ball inside. That's 5 straight hoops inside.
Jackson dishes to Evans.
D won't stop.
Just 4 to shoot. Puts up a 3. They get it again. Fredette. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Evans has got 3 assists in the game. It'll be all tied up if they can convert right here. Fredette. Batum with the steal. So it's Portland now. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
That's how it works. Your defense feeds into the offense.
Yeah, you know, excellent work, I thought. Solid work on both ends in that particular sequence.
Evans against Thomas. The jump hook, and that one's good. 20 points for Tyreek Evans.
Get physical, force the action back out to the perimeter.
Kicks it out to Crawford. And he makes good on the layup.
So you can see the strategy.
You know, in every game, but particularly in a close game, every little advantage you can use helps, and they're certainly enjoying one on the glass here.
Hickson kicks to Cousins. That evens the score. I think Clark and Steve, we can expect a dramatic end here to the Kings.
Well, 8 lead changes.
See it issues to Thornton. Here's Hickson. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. 8 rebounds in this game. They got on this. Here's Felton. Crawford against Thornton. To tie it up. Crawford, no luck. This may be their most important possession.
Yeah, as long as they don't make a mistake here, they should be safe.
Evans outside. He's guarded by Thomas. Buries it.
Boy, coming through with the game in the balance.
Yep, a game-changing clutch bucket there.
Guys, a critical time for them in this ballgame.
No room for mistakes right now.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Felton. D right on him. Just 5 on the clock. Thornton against Crawford. A fadeaway. No good off the back of the rim.
And the fadeaway was about his only option there. Really good defensive position.
So it's the King.
Your coach was quoted as saying after the game that the team was really broken up about tonight's loss. In fact, he said a couple of the guys were even crying about it in the locker room afterwards. What do you have to say about that?
That just ain't true, man. If there's one thing I know this team is, it's tough. I play this game the way it should be played, and I know my teammates follow suit. The last thing you're going to see in my locker room is a bunch of guys crying about a loss, even if it happens under brutal circumstances like tonight. That's not the kind of thing a championship team does. And this team has championship aspirations. I don't know where you're getting your information from, but I want to make sure all of you know that that's not how it went down at all.